It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Yes, we're living it up on a Wednesday morning, and you know what time it is. It's time for the Culinary Hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing! We got Chef Tash and Jenny Morris joining us as well, and standing by, of course, to answer all of your burning foodie questions. If you have any culinary conundrums bothering you, please call us on 021-430-9881. Chef Tash, Chef Jenny, how are you this morning?
Very well. How are you and how are you?
I'm very well. I've had a fantastic week so far, except yesterday. My son got his 6-week shots. And I nearly cried. But that's a story for another day. We're keeping things beautiful and delicious in the kitchen, taking those questions. I'm looking forward to whatever that is, that recipe that seems to involve
Fried chicken.
wings and crumbs. Okay, but let's look at the questions that came in, shall we? From Halima Bibi Gani on Facebook, who said, how many cups of self-raising flour in a 500-gram packet? I'd like to make up self-raising flour. Thank you very much. So I'm assuming she'd like to know the ratios if you are going to be making your own self-raising flour.
Sort of baking powder and salt to the thing. So what, I mean, we both know what it is. I'm going to let you say it.
Go ahead.
All right.
So,
in a 500 grams packet, you get 2 cups and just a bit, because in a 1 kg you get about 7 cups.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's how much is. And if you are going to be making your own,
Remember, it's light. So it's not. That's weight. And then the cup is sort of volumetric because you sift it. So it looks like there's a lot in it, but it's not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you were going to be making your own, is it a combination of flour and?
1 cup to?
1 cup to 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
Yes.
So that gives you the self-raising flour, because your baking powder is your rising agent.
Yes.
So, and it's important that you sieve everything because you need it evenly distributed. Because if you just spoon it and just mix it, it's not going to be evenly distributed. So your bake is not going to rise up as beautifully.
As quickly, and a tiny little bit of salt. Okay. Like a quarter of a teaspoon.
All right. So if your recipe does call for self-raising flour and you don't have any at home, don't go, oh, let's try the shop. No, you've got the ingredients. You've heard the recipe and the ratios. All right. We've got a caller on the line, Mrs. Rousseau from Cape Town, I believe. Good morning, Mrs. Rousseau.
Morning, Kat. Morning, crew.
Morning.
Listen, I just want to know if you can freeze bananas, and if you can, how do you go about it?
Fantastic. Thank you, Mrs. Rousseau. I love bananas personally.
Yes.
My answer would be freeze them for as long as you can until you can eat them. Freeze them until you can eat them, basically.
They only last about 4 months in the freezer.
Okay.
And you can do them whole or
Sliced.
Or sliced.
Yes.
Okay.
ready for a smoothie.
Yes, definitely. In fact, if you're going to, it's better to slice them up because, as you know, there's a huge water content in your banana. So when you do them whole, it sort of is difficult to chop them up. And when you slice them up, you put them on a parchment paper, and as soon as they freeze, you can put them in your bag.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Freeze.
That's
Open
brilliant.
freeze, because then they're separate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I chop my bananas up and then I had them in a little lunchbox, put them in the freezer, and I'm assuming 4 months must have surpassed, because when I opened it, it was just rock hard and there was just syrup all over. It's ridiculous.
But you know what's nice, Kat? Those little rings, if you add some yogurt to it and you do this, you get like an instant banana ice cream. Lovely. Really
Look
nice.
at you. Okay, we've got Llewellyn on the line from somewhere called Free State. Now, good morning, Llewellyn.
Morning, how are you?
Very well. Where in the Free State are you calling us from?
I'm from Winburg, and 13 kilometers before Bloemfontein on the way to Cape Town.
Darcy. It must be super cold there, you insist. All right, so what is your culinary conundrum this morning?
I want to know how to freeze a stew that contains potatoes and zucchini baby marrows.
Oh, great stuff.
Because they always say it's soggy and the potatoes are a bit sour. I don't know.
Yes, and you work hard for that stew, Llewellyn, and you spend hours and hours. You don't want to let it go to waste. So how to...
Slow cookers, they're working very hard.
You just touched my heart right now, because I do know the pain of working hard over a dish and then you just happen to freeze it for too long, and when you bring it out, it's ruined, and there was so much of it.
Do you want to do the potato?
All right. Potatoes are not a very good vegetable to freeze, unfortunately.
Okay.
But as you know, if you quickly blanch them for like, 2 minutes, and then you shot them, they freeze nicer.
Okay.
And the content, the actual structure of the potato changes, unfortunately, when you freeze it.
It's all the
Yes,
sugars, yeah.
it's all the sugar in that.
Okay.
So when it's best to freeze your stew and to have your veggies separately.
Okay.
But you can do it, but you are going to get that mushy, chalky feel.
But you see, what's really nice about courgettes is they're lovely fresh and they're lovely eaten instantly, but they've got a very high water content. So
Yes.
I would treat it a little bit like an aubergine, where you put some salt on it and degorge it, get some of that liquid out.
Okay.
And cook them separately. Fry them off in the pan and
Yeah.
then bring them into the stew if you want them in that stew. But I think what our viewer is saying, the caller is saying, is he's already cooked it into
That's
the
the
stew.
yes, exactly.
So maybe just follow that little step, you know, do the courgette separately and introduce it close to the end.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Sure.
freeze.
I say
But it will
otherwise,
wash.
by the time you defrost that stew and you're having it and it's terrible, just remember what it tasted like when you made it first.
Yeah.
I just don't like throwing it away. I just
No,
can't.
never.
Exactly.
Don't waste food.
Don't do
Just
that.
have more rice to soak up all that water. All right, we're going to take a little quick break, but we'll keep our lines open. 0214309881. We'll be back again with the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling!
That can only mean one
It
thing.
can only mean one thing, from bananas to self-raising flour. We've got you all covered on the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. And you can be part of the conversation. Give us a call on 0214309881 and hit us up with your most burning foodie questions. Like this one, ladies. Are you ready for this one? Chef Tash?
Yes.
Jenny Morris, you ready?
We're
All right.
ready.
Here we go. This one was about how to make a very simple bread pudding, and it was asked by Jasmine Mutloum on Facebook. So how do you make a simple bread pudding?
Starts with Sasko, hey?
Sasko and clover care
Yes.
with cream, eggs, and sugar.
yes.
So the cream, the milk, and the sugar is your basis for custard. A beautiful homemade custard.
It has to be homemade,
Oh
darling.
yes, yes.
Okay, so as simple as that. Do you just how do you? Yes, beat the eggs.
Soak, but we each have our own secret ingredient to make it special.
Pray
I like
tell.
to use dried fruit sometimes.
Yes.
I like to take peaches and rehydrate them and turn it peachy with a couple of cranberries.
Oh yes. I like mine a bit spicy. So you know cayenne pepper and your chili flakes.
No.
Plus nutmeg.
Nice.
No.
So just a little bit of heat.
In the pudding.
In
Why
the
not?
pudding.
With the cayenne.
Oh yes,
And the
darling.
Yes. And vanilla and cinnamon.
I
yes.
never expected it. I would love to taste that. Chef Tash, could you make me a batch? I don't know if I'm
most
asking too much.
definitely.
For next
Most
time.
definitely,
When you
I
come
will.
around. Can you imagine custard with cayenne pepper?
It's just a
Custard
hint.
and heat.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Hot custard. Because I like hot custard, that's the thing. Okay, I'm getting carried away because it all sounds too delicious. Let's get this, I don't know if we were able to get Muriel on the line from Belha. I very much doubt it right now. So let's quickly take her question.
Yes.
She said she has a lot of onions. She doesn't know what to do with them because they're going off and she doesn't want to lose them. What's the best way to preserve them?
In the
Freezer.
Freezer.
Yes.
Okay, so simply just chop them up.
Chop, slice, dice. But what I do with mine is, because I make lots of curries and things,
Yes.
is I just put them in the pan and just caramelize them halfway.
And then they freeze beautifully because of the water content. You can actually even freeze them whole,
Yes.
but you'd need to blanch them
Yes.
until the core is hot.
And that's very difficult to tell.
Yeah, well, about 6 minutes because it's a whole onion.
Yes.
But remember that it's not going to be as easy to slice because, of course, it's going to change with the freezing. So you can blitz it, use it in stews, use it in an onion French soup, French onion
Lovely,
soup.
gorgeous.
See, that's why we get you as the expert here, because only an expert would know when an onion is only halfway caramelized. I mean, what? Okay, let's take a call. Lorna from Cape Town. Very good morning, Lorna.
Good morning. Thanks for a wonderful show and thank you for taking my question.
Thank you for calling the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Lorna, the stage is all yours. What is your conundrum?
I make jam and come winter I am blessed to get a fairly big batch of several oranges.
Yes.
And the problem I have is trying to process them quickly.
Okay.
Because, you know, you make jam and you got to do a lot of stirring. So my question to Jenny Morris is, how can I freeze the oranges to make them last, let's say, at least another 2 weeks longer? So it gives me a longer time period in which to freeze the fruit.
Okay.
Do you know what? For my restaurant, I actually make this beautiful orange, caramelized orange thing that goes onto the French kiss. And what we do is we get all the zest off. I actually freeze the zest, and you can chop the fruit, and you can freeze it in bags until it's time to put it together. And it is a lot of work,
Yes.
but you can just prep it up front. I use potato peeler because you want some of that bitterness in the pith.
Oh.
But chop it, otherwise it's very hard to process it once it comes out of the freezer.
Yes. Okay, so there you have it. Thank you so much, Lorna, for that call. I see a boiling pot over there. I'm assuming
yes.
that we are going to make some pap.
Yebo.
And South Africans love pap,
So
whether
do
it's
I.
with milk, with gravy, tomato,
Fino.
chagala, it doesn't matter. Okay. So the question then came through from Jabu, wanting to know, how do you cook pap?
Well, you have different kinds of pap, as you said. South Africans love their pap. So you have crumble pap,
Yes.
which is crumbed pap,
Yes.
which is a half and half. So you need it to steam quickly.
I don't know if this is still the same in many households, but I remember when my grandmother taught me to make pap, there was always this one pap pot in the house, the
Yes.
designated pap pot, ne?
Yes.
And then there was always like the designated pap measure. Like you always know when you fill the pap pot to this level, it's always with this
always
much
good.
flour, and then you don't even need to think about it. Just kui, and then 1, 2, 3, pap comes out perfectly every time. But now they come in different sizes. There's stainless steel, cast iron, whatnot. The important thing is to always pay attention to your pap.
Definitely.
I believe.
All the time. And you know that the thing about the one pot that is designated for pap,
Yes.
it normally doesn't have a thick base, so you take the most non-loved pot in the house. But the secret to a beautiful pap is a thick base so that it can steam.
Yes.
And it keeps the heat and it's nice and moist.
And then develops what we call lehoho.
crust.
Lehoho. And then you become iskoko because you are good at making pap. We have to finish off with this one quickly. Somebody asked, how do we make crumbed chicken similar to that which you find in mainstream industry? What is the recipe,
You
if
can
you will?
have mixed herbs, you want some garlic, salt, a little bit of heat. You could use paprika, cayenne pepper, but the secret is to not make it too smooth. You want it to, that's how you get that lovely bumpy, chunky. Yes.
So once you have
Yes.
your mix of herbs and spices
That's
and
it.
flour, you add water, which gives you those crumbs. And once you
Yes.
roll your chicken in it, that's where
it.
you listen.
Frothy, and it must be bumpy and chunky.
And then hot oil, get it in there until it's nice and golden on the
Oh,
outside.
yes, and cooked properly
May
on the
I-
inside.
Yes.
May I please taste one of those, just to, because I need to for the nation, for the nation.
Nice.
Yes, it is done. It is done.
Wow. Yes.
Thank you very much. We'll be doing this again next week. Leave your questions on Facebook on next week's Culinary Hotline. Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.